Have you ever felt like you just didn't fit in with your family? Like no matter how hard you tried, you were always marching to a different beat? You might be a Sigma male. Sigma males are often described as independent, self-reliant, and thoughtful. They tend to question the rules and prefer to follow their own path rather than conform to the expectations of others. While these qualities can be empowering, they also create tension when they collide with family dynamics. If you're someone who values your freedom, enjoys deep reflection, and believes in making your own decisions, chances are you've experienced moments where your family didn't quite understand you. In families, there's often a natural flow of roles and expectations, but for Sigma males, that flow can feel restrictive. They don't easily fit into the boxes that families tend to place them in. Instead of following traditions or doing what's expected, Sigma males march to the beat of their own drum, which can make their families feel frustrated or even confused. They want to be understood, but sometimes their unique traits make that difficult. Today, we're going to look at 10 reasons why Sigma males are often misunderstood by their families. These reasons shine a light on the clash between the traits of self-sufficiency and questioning authority, and the more traditional values that families may hold dear. It's a fascinating look at the complexities that can arise when individuality and family expectations don't align. In many families, there are certain traditions or social norms that everyone is expected to follow. Family gatherings like holiday meals or celebrations are seen as opportunities to bond and create memories. For many, these traditions are cherished and hold great meaning. However, for Sigma males, these social rituals often don't carry the same weight. They may question the real purpose behind these gatherings and whether they truly add value to their lives. For them, being part of these traditions can feel like a forced obligation rather than an enjoyable experience. Sigma males value their personal space and time. They prefer to spend their time in ways that feel meaningful to them, even if that means opting out of family events. For instance, while most people look forward to big holiday meals and family reunions, a Sigma male might choose solitude or focus on a project they are passionate about instead. This can be a source of tension in family dynamics, as others may see this behavior as a rejection of family values or an unwillingness to connect. However, the Sigma male sees this decision as an act of authenticity, doing what feels true to themselves rather than simply following along with social expectations. The tension becomes more noticeable when a Sigma male decides to skip a traditional family meal or gathering. To the family, it may feel like an insult or an indication that the Sigma is distancing themselves. They might even worry that the Sigma doesn't care about family relationships. But from the Sigma's point of view, it's not about rejecting the family. It's about staying true to themselves. They might find social events draining, and their desire for personal time outweighs the need to participate in what they view as shallow or repetitive interactions. For them, time spent alone or on a meaningful project is more valuable than engaging in small talk or following traditions that feel forced. For a Sigma male, authenticity is key. They are not interested in pretending to enjoy things just to please others. When they skip a family gathering, it's not because they don't love their family, but because they value personal growth, mental peace, and their own sense of purpose. While some might see this as cold or even disrespectful, it's actually a reflection of the Sigma male's commitment to being genuine and true to their nature. This behavior is often misunderstood, especially in families that place high importance on tradition. For many, skipping these gatherings may feel like a betrayal of family values, and that's where the misunderstanding begins. Family members might feel hurt or offended because they interpret the Sigma male's actions as a sign that they don't care about their connection to the family. However, The Sigma male sees it as a necessary step toward personal fulfillment and growth. They may feel that participating in family traditions would only pull them away from their true self or hinder their individual path. The challenge arises because family members may not understand the Sigma male's need for solitude and self-expression. For them, the importance of family bonds and social norms often outweighs the need for personal space. This creates a disconnect between the two groups. The family might feel that the Sigma is isolating themselves, while the Sigma male sees their behavior as a means of maintaining their authenticity and sense of purpose. While Sigma males may seem distant or detached, the truth is they value their families just as much as anyone else. They simply express it differently. Instead of showing love through participation in family events, they might show it by supporting their loved ones in other ways or being present when they feel it truly matters. Their approach to relationships can sometimes seem unconventional, but it doesn't mean they don't care. The frustration from the family is understandable, as they may feel like they are being pushed away. But for the Sigma male, it's not about rejecting family or rejecting the traditions. It's about finding a balance between staying true to themselves and maintaining meaningful connections in their own way. It's a delicate balance that can sometimes be hard for both sides to navigate. This conflict highlights the tension that often exists between personal authenticity and family expectations. For Sigma males, being true to themselves sometimes means rejecting social norms, even those that are deeply ingrained in family life. It's not a personal attack on the family, but a reflection of their desire to live life on their own terms. It's important for both the Sigma male and their family to understand that different ways of expressing love and connection are valid. The challenge is in recognizing and respecting each other's need for individuality while maintaining the bonds that tie them together. Family drama and arguments are common in many households. Strong opinions, emotional outbursts, and long-winded discussions often fill the air during family get-togethers. In these moments, people tend to take sides, argue their points, and sometimes the conflict can escalate, leaving everyone involved feeling tense and drained. For many, the idea of resolving family issues is tied to voicing their opinions, expressing frustration, and engaging in heated debates. But for Sigma males, their approach to family conflicts is very different. Rather than jumping into the chaos, Sigma males tend to observe from a distance. They prefer to step back and watch the situation unfold rather than getting involved in the drama. This is often seen by others as a lack of concern or even indifference. Family members may interpret the Sigma male's silence as a sign that they don't care about the issue at hand. However, the Sigma male's decision to stay out of the conflict is actually strategic. They value peace and harmony, and getting caught up in endless arguments doesn't align with their goal of finding meaningful solutions. Sigma males are not interested in winning debates or proving their point for the sake of being right. They see value in finding solutions, not in engaging in prolonged debates that often go in circles. When others argue, the Sigma male is more likely to focus on the bigger picture, what needs to change to create a better environment for everyone. They tend to be problem solvers, not drama participants. For them, time spent in conflict feels like a waste, especially if it doesn't lead to a practical outcome or a resolution. Their quiet approach is about maintaining peace and avoiding unnecessary stress, not about being uncaring. While family members may feel frustrated by the Sigma male's refusal to engage, they are often missing the point. The Sigma male isn't ignoring the situation. They are simply choosing a more thoughtful way to deal with it. They would rather offer a calm solution later on than get dragged into an emotional argument. This approach can be misunderstood as a lack of interest, but in reality, it's a sign of emotional control and strategic thinking. By avoiding the drama, Sigma males preserve their mental energy and keep a clear focus on what matters. In many families, there's a common expectation that children will follow a conventional path. This could mean pursuing a typical career, like becoming a doctor, lawyer, or teacher, and achieving financial stability in a predictable way. Families often place high value on these traditional goals, believing they will bring security and success. However, for Sigma males, this idea of a normal life path doesn't hold the same appeal. They are often drawn to unique niche interests that might seem unusual or even impractical to others. Sigma males don't always fit the mold that their families expect them to. Instead of following the well-worn paths that society or family members might suggest, they often choose to explore obscure subjects, unusual hobbies, or unconventional projects. For instance, they might find themselves researching rare topics that others would consider too specialized or irrelevant. They might invest time in pursuing a project that seems distant from typical career goals or financial success, things like studying ancient history, working on creative art forms, or experimenting with new technologies that haven't yet caught the public's attention. These interests, while fulfilling for the Sigma male, are often met with skepticism or confusion from family members. From the family's perspective, these pursuits can appear to be a waste of time. They might question the value of spending so much time on something that seems impractical, especially if it doesn't lead to immediate financial rewards or recognition. To them, the Sigma male's unconventional ambitions can seem risky or unrealistic. They may feel that their loved one is heading down a path that won't provide the stability or success that they believe is necessary. This can create tension, as family members may worry about the Sigma male's future, and the Sigma male, in turn, feels misunderstood and unappreciated. However, for the Sigma male, the fulfillment lies not in external validation, but in the pursuit of personal satisfaction. Their interests and ambitions bring them a sense of purpose that is not always easy for others to understand. They are more focused on the joy of exploring new ideas, pushing boundaries, and creating something meaningful to them, regardless of how it may be perceived by the outside world. For the Sigma male, success isn't measured in traditional terms. It's measured by how authentic and fulfilling the journey feels. What may seem like a distraction to others is, in fact, a source of deep personal contentment for the Sigma. This difference in perspective creates a clear tension. While the family might view the Sigma's unconventional interests as a waste of time or a diversion from more practical pursuits, the Sigma male sees them as a vital part of their growth and happiness. For the Sigma, following their passions, no matter how niche or unusual, is far more valuable than conforming to family expectations or fitting into a conventional role. They believe that the path to fulfillment lies in exploring the unique and the unknown, and that's what drives them forward. In many families, there are unwritten rules and expectations that everyone is expected to follow. These rules aren't always spoken aloud, but they are understood through the way things are done, how people behave, what is considered acceptable, and how one should act in certain situations. Family gatherings, traditions, and even daily interactions are often shaped by these unspoken norms. The pressure to conform can be strong, and those who don't follow these norms may be seen as rebellious or disrespectful. This is where Sigma males often find themselves at odds with their family. Sigma males tend to value personal freedom and independence above all else. They are not easily swayed by societal expectations or the conventional rules set by others, including their families. Instead of adhering to traditions or performing tasks simply because that's the way things have always been done, The Sigma male prefers to act according to their own values and desires. This often leads them to challenge or even completely reject family expectations that they find unnecessary or restrictive. For example, a family might expect everyone to gather for a regular dinner at the same time each week, or they might have specific ways of celebrating holidays. These traditions, while meaningful to others, can feel confining to the Sigma male. They don't see the point in following routines that don't bring them genuine joy or fulfillment. Instead of fitting into these expectations, they prefer to make their own choices about how they spend their time and energy, even if it means stepping away from the family's set way of doing things. This reluctance to conform can sometimes be perceived by the family as disrespectful or inconsiderate. Family members may feel hurt or offended when the Sigma male chooses not to participate in certain activities or challenges the way things are done. The family might interpret the Sigma male's actions as a refusal to respect family traditions or to honor the values that have been passed down through generations. But in reality, the Sigma male is not rejecting the family. They are simply following a deeper value of authenticity. For the Sigma male, being true to themselves is far more important than conforming to societal or family norms. They believe that living authentically means making decisions that reflect their own beliefs, desires, and needs, rather than just following the crowd. They might not always explain their choices or their reasons for rejecting certain norms, but the underlying motivation is always the same. They want to live a life that feels right to them, not one shaped by the expectations of others. The tension between the Sigma male and their family arises from this clash of values. While the family sees conformity as a way to maintain harmony and uphold tradition, the Sigma male sees it as a constraint on their personal freedom. They may appear aloof or even disrespectful to those who don't understand their need for individuality, but in their eyes, conforming would be a betrayal of who they truly are. At the core of the Sigma male's stance is a deep commitment to authenticity. They value honesty with themselves above all else and cannot be swayed by the pressures to fit into a mold that doesn't resonate with them. This desire for personal freedom and authenticity is what makes them stand out in family settings, where conformity is often the expectation. The Sigma male doesn't see rebellion as an act of disrespect. It's simply a reflection of their refusal to live a life that feels inauthentic. For family members who might feel frustrated by the Sigma male's reluctance to conform, it's important to understand that their actions are not personal. The Sigma male isn't rejecting the family out of defiance. They are simply prioritizing their own sense of truth and individuality. In their eyes, the path to happiness lies in being authentic to themselves, and no amount of external pressure will change that. This difference in values creates a tension that can be hard to bridge, but with understanding, both the Sigma male and their family can learn to respect each other's need for individuality and freedom. In many families, there's often an expectation that everyone should be open and transparent with each other. Sharing personal thoughts, emotions, and challenges is seen as a way to strengthen family bonds and maintain close connections. For some, discussing every detail of their lives feels natural and is encouraged as a way of keeping the family united. However, Sigma males tend to have a different approach to privacy. They are naturally reserved, and unlike others who feel comfortable revealing their inner world, they prefer to keep certain aspects of their lives to themselves. The Sigma male doesn't believe in constant transparency, especially when it comes to personal matters. They are selective about what they share, only revealing what feels necessary or relevant. This means that while they may share some information with family, they often keep the more intimate details of their lives private. For them, Privacy isn't about hiding things, but about maintaining their sense of independence and control. They value the ability to process and solve their problems on their own, without feeling the need to involve others in every decision or emotional experience. This selective sharing can sometimes cause tension in family relationships. Family members who expect full transparency may feel that the Sigma male is being distant or even secretive. They might not understand why the Sigma male refuses to open up, especially if they see it as a sign of trust or love. The family may interpret this silence as a lack of connection or as a sign that something is wrong, leading them to make assumptions about what's going on in the Sigma male's life. This can lead to misunderstandings, as the family might think they are being kept in the dark, or that the Sigma male is intentionally hiding things from them. In reality, the Sigma male's preference for privacy is rooted in a deeper value: independence. They don't feel the need to share every personal detail because they prefer to handle their problems on their own. For the Sigma male, dealing with challenges privately is empowering. It allows them to think things through without external pressure or interference. They trust themselves to make decisions and solve problems without relying on the opinions or judgments of others. This doesn't mean they don't care about their family. It simply means they place value on their own ability to navigate life's obstacles without feeling the need to discuss every step along the way. The family's misunderstanding of the Sigma male's privacy can create a sense of distance. They may feel frustrated or hurt by the lack of communication, believing that the Sigma male is intentionally shutting them out. However, the Sigma male isn't rejecting them. They are simply choosing to maintain their autonomy. They see the act of keeping certain things private as a way to preserve their mental and emotional space, allowing them to focus on finding solutions in their own way. This preference for privacy also reflects the Sigma male's need for control. They feel more comfortable when they are in charge of their own story, rather than having others fill in the gaps with assumptions or unwanted advice. While family members may want to be involved or offer support, the Sigma male often feels that it's more important to work through their problems independently. This approach can be hard for others to accept, but for the Sigma male, it is simply the way they process life. For family members who don't fully understand the Sigma male's private nature, it's important to recognize that their need for solitude is not a sign of rejection or disinterest. It is a sign of personal strength and self-reliance. The Sigma male values their independence and the space to handle their own struggles, and this doesn't diminish their love or care for their family. They simply operate differently, less focused on sharing everything and more focused on finding their own path through life's challenges. By respecting their need for privacy, family members can help foster a relationship based on mutual understanding rather than assumptions or frustrations. In today's world, family group chats have become a common way for families to stay connected. These chats are often filled with updates, jokes, questions, and shared plans. For many, they serve as a space to stay in the loop and interact with each other throughout the day. However, Sigma males tend to engage in these group chats much less frequently than others. Their behavior in such settings can be seen as distant or even indifferent, but the reality is that it's tied to how they view communication and productivity. For the Sigma male, staying focused on personal goals and tasks is a top priority, while others may find the constant stream of messages in a family group chat to be a natural and even enjoyable way to bond. The Sigma male tends to see it as a distraction. They value their time and energy, and engaging in conversations that don't directly align with their personal interests or goals can feel like a waste of time. For this reason, the Sigma male may participate less, only responding when necessary or when they feel it's important. This limited engagement can often lead to misunderstandings. Family members may feel ignored or hurt when the Sigma male doesn't respond to messages as quickly or frequently as they might expect. They may interpret the silence as a sign that the Sigma male doesn't care about the family or that they're intentionally keeping their distance. However, this perception is far from the truth. The Sigma male's limited involvement in the group chat isn't a reflection of their feelings toward their family. Rather, it's a result of their desire to stay focused on their own tasks and responsibilities. The Sigma male's reasoning is simple. They believe that engaging in idle chatter or responding to every message in a group chat takes away from their ability to focus on what truly matters to them. Whether it's work, personal projects, or other pursuits, they prioritize activities that add value to their lives. For them, participating in a group chat for the sake of social interaction doesn't provide the same level of fulfillment or productivity. Family members may struggle to understand this mindset, especially if they see frequent communication as a way to strengthen family bonds. For them, the constant back and forth in the group chat is an essential part of staying connected, and the Sigma male's lack of response might feel like a form of rejection. But for the Sigma male, it's simply a matter of managing time and energy in a way that aligns with their personal priorities. At the heart of this behavior is a desire for efficiency and meaningful interaction. The Sigma male doesn't engage in conversations unless they feel it adds something to their life. This might mean responding to important family matters or offering support when needed, but they are less likely to contribute to casual or unnecessary exchanges. This focus on productivity and meaningful engagement can sometimes be perceived as coldness or detachment, but it's important to understand that it's a reflection of their values and priorities. In family group chats, the Sigma male's selective participation can create tension. Family members may feel frustrated by the lack of communication or may misinterpret the silence as indifference. However, understanding the Sigma male's need for focus and productivity can help create a more balanced approach to family communication. The Sigma male doesn't wish to isolate themselves. They simply prefer to spend their time and energy in ways that are most meaningful to them. By recognizing this, family members can better appreciate the Sigma male's behavior and avoid taking it personally. In many families, traditional hierarchies play a significant role in how respect and authority are understood. Older family members, such as parents or grandparents, are often automatically seen as figures of authority simply due to their age and experience. This system places value on the years someone has spent in the family or in life, assuming that age naturally commands respect. However, Sigma males view respect differently. They don't believe in respecting authority simply because of age or position. For the Sigma male, respect is something that must be earned through merit, actions, and the qualities a person demonstrates. For a Sigma male, authority is not automatically given based on someone's seniority or status within the family. They respect people who show wisdom, fairness, and a strong moral character. Individuals who prove themselves through their actions rather than their age or title. This can create tension in traditional family dynamics, where respect is more often granted out of tradition than earned through actions. For example, a younger Sigma male might question the decisions or viewpoints of an older family member if they feel those decisions lack merit or fairness, which may be perceived as disrespectful by the older individual. The principle behind this is simple. The Sigma male believes that respect cannot be demanded or expected based on age or position alone. It must be earned through integrity, competence, and the ability to contribute positively to the family or any other community. In a traditional family setup, this approach can be seen as a challenge to the existing order. When a younger family member doesn't automatically defer to older relatives or questions their authority, it can be viewed as defiance or a lack of respect. The Sigma male's refusal to blindly follow authority simply because of age may cause confusion or frustration among family members who expect a more conventional approach to respect. This dynamic can be particularly challenging in larger family gatherings where age-old customs and hierarchies are strongly reinforced. A younger Sigma male who prefers to form their own opinions and make decisions based on their principles might not adhere to the typical patterns of respect that are expected. They may challenge ideas, speak their mind, or choose not to follow certain family traditions if they don't find them meaningful. While this behavior stems from a desire for authenticity and fairness, it can sometimes be seen as a challenge to the family's structure and authority. The Sigma male doesn't mean to disrespect their elders, but rather they feel that respect should be based on the actual qualities a person demonstrates, such as wisdom, integrity, and kindness, rather than on something as arbitrary as age. To them, respect is a two-way street. They are more likely to give respect to family members who show they are worthy of it, regardless of their position in the family hierarchy. For example, if an older family member is consistently thoughtful, fair, and responsible, the Sigma male will naturally respect them. However, if the older family member acts in ways they believe to be unfair or self-serving, the Sigma male may choose not to offer the same level of respect. This approach can lead to misunderstandings in family interactions. The older generation may feel that the Sigma male is questioning their authority or defying family tradition, while the Sigma male may feel that their family members are clinging to outdated views of respect and power. The tension lies in the differing expectations. While traditional family structures place importance on age and seniority, the Sigma male values genuine qualities and earned respect. Ultimately, the Sigma male's stance on authority and respect is rooted in a belief in fairness and authenticity. They believe that the foundation of a strong family dynamic should be based on mutual respect, where each person earns their place through their actions and character, rather than through their age or position. While this can sometimes cause friction in traditional families, it also challenges the family to reconsider what respect truly means and how it can be built on more than just conventional hierarchies. In many families, regular communication is seen as a sign of closeness and affection. Family members often expect frequent check-ins, updates, and conversations, whether it's through calls, texts, or visits. For some, staying in constant contact is a way to stay connected and maintain a strong bond. However, for Sigma males, this frequency of communication is not a priority. They prefer quality over quantity when it comes to their interactions with family. The Sigma male doesn't see the need to maintain constant contact or engage in daily conversations just to keep in touch. They believe that meaningful interactions are far more valuable than frequent but shallow communication. To them, a few deep, honest, and purposeful conversations hold far more significance than endless small talk or routine updates. This perspective can be difficult for family members to understand, especially if they are accustomed to regular check-ins as a way to feel connected. Because of this preference, Sigma males may come across as distant or even detached. Family members might feel neglected if they don't hear from the Sigma male as often as they would like. The lack of frequent communication can be misinterpreted as a sign that the Sigma male doesn't care, when in fact, it's quite the opposite. The Sigma male values the relationship, but they believe that true connection is built on substance, not the frequency of contact. The Sigma male's approach to communication is grounded in their belief that interactions should be intentional and meaningful. They don't see the point in checking in just for the sake of it. For example, if a family member is going through something difficult, the Sigma male is more likely to reach out with a thoughtful, supportive message or offer help in a practical way. On the other hand, they may not participate in regular family chats or give routine updates about their own life, unless they believe it serves a purpose or adds value to the conversation. This approach to communication can create tension. Family members may start to feel like they're being ignored, or that the Sigma male is shutting them out. The Sigma male's behavior is often misinterpreted as indifference or a lack of interest in family life. However, the reality is that they simply prioritize quality and purpose in their interactions. They don't need to talk every day to feel connected. For them, meaningful, occasional conversations are enough to maintain a strong bond. The Sigma male's preference for meaningful communication extends beyond family. In all areas of their life, they focus on building relationships with people who value substance over superficial exchanges. This doesn't mean they don't care about their family. Rather, it reflects their belief that the best connections are formed through genuine interaction rather than constant updates or obligatory chats. In essence, the Sigma male's approach to communication is driven by the desire for authenticity. They prefer to share their thoughts and feelings when they have something meaningful to say, rather than engaging in regular small talk to meet expectations. While this may be hard for family members to understand at first, recognizing that the Sigma male values quality over quantity can help bridge the gap and create a deeper understanding of their unique way of connecting with others. In many families, sharing personal information is a common way of bonding and staying connected. Conversations often revolve around each family member's life, relationships, struggles, and successes. This transparency is expected, with family members feeling that being open with one another is a way to build trust and closeness. However, Sigma males take a different approach when it comes to sharing personal details. They guard their privacy fiercely and prefer to keep their inner world separate from family discussions. For a Sigma male, privacy is an essential part of their sense of self. They view their personal life as something sacred that shouldn't be casually shared with others, especially in family settings where information can easily spread. This desire for privacy isn't about secrecy for the sake of hiding things. Instead, it reflects their need for independence and control over their own narrative. The Sigma male doesn't feel comfortable opening up about everything, preferring to keep certain aspects of their life to themselves. When a Sigma male keeps personal details private, it often leads to the perception of secretiveness. Family members who are used to a more open dynamic might feel shut out or confused by the lack of transparency. They might wonder why the Sigma male isn't as forthcoming with information as they are, leading to a sense of distance or mistrust. The family's curiosity naturally grows in response to this guarded behavior, and they may start to speculate or pry into the Sigma male's personal life, trying to understand what's going on behind closed doors. This cycle of privacy and curiosity can be frustrating for both sides. The more the Sigma male protects their privacy, the more curious the family becomes. Family members may feel like there's something the Sigma male is hiding, which can lead to unnecessary tension or questioning. For the Sigma male, this curiosity can feel invasive, as they are simply trying to maintain control over their own personal matters. They may feel like their need for solitude and privacy is being misunderstood, while their family sees it as a sign of emotional distance or a lack of trust. For the Sigma male, this approach to privacy is a way of preserving their autonomy. They believe that personal experiences, struggles, and achievements are theirs to share when they choose, not when others expect it. They don't want to be defined by others' opinions or perceptions, and they prefer to handle things on their own terms. This doesn't mean they don't care about their family or value their relationships. Rather, it's a reflection of their deep need for independence and their belief in managing their life without unnecessary interference. On the other hand, the family might see this privacy as a form of exclusion, leading to misunderstandings. They might question whether the Sigma male trusts them or whether they are intentionally withholding information. However, for the Sigma male, privacy is simply a way to protect their sense of self and to avoid feeling vulnerable. It's not about keeping secrets. It's about maintaining a boundary between their inner world and the external expectations of their family. This cycle of increased curiosity and increased secretiveness can make family interactions challenging. Family members may feel frustrated by the lack of insight into the Sigma male's life, while the Sigma male may feel suffocated by the constant probing. The solution lies in understanding the Sigma male's need for privacy, not as an attempt to shut others out, but as a form of self-preservation. Recognizing and respecting this need for personal space can lead to more harmonious relationships, where both parties understand that privacy is not a sign of mistrust, but an essential part of the Sigma male's identity. In many families, gift-giving is a common way of expressing love, appreciation, or affection. However, for some family members, gifts can come with implicit expectations or obligations. The giver may expect something in return, whether it's gratitude, future favors, or even a certain kind of response. This unspoken pressure makes the act of giving feel less like a generous gesture and more like an obligation. For Sigma males, this dynamic can be uncomfortable. They value their independence and resist any form of control, which includes the hidden strings attached to some gifts. A Sigma male's response to gift giving is often to reject offerings that come with expectations or obligations. While they may appreciate the thought behind the gift, they do not want to feel as though they owe anything in return. To them, a gift should be a pure expression of goodwill, not a transaction that binds them to future obligations. This approach often leads them to politely decline gifts or even avoid accepting them altogether. Family members who are used to the traditional norms of gift-giving may perceive this response as ungratefulness. They might feel hurt or offended, assuming that the Sigma male simply doesn't appreciate their gesture. After all, in many families, gifts are a way to show love, and rejecting them can be seen as rejecting the love itself. The family might question why the Sigma male won't engage in the usual exchange of gifts, believing that it's a sign of indifference or emotional distance. However, the reality is that the Sigma male's decision isn't about not valuing the relationship. It's about their need to maintain independence and avoid any sense of obligation. For them, gifts that come with hidden expectations create an uncomfortable situation where they feel compelled to reciprocate in ways that don't align with their values. This is not to say they don't appreciate kindness or thoughtfulness, but they prefer to express their gratitude in a way that doesn't involve any form of indebtedness. This tension can create friction between Sigma males and their families, as the family may continue to offer gifts in an effort to express care, while the Sigma male might continue to reject them to preserve their autonomy. In the Sigma male's mind, accepting a gift with strings attached might feel like a compromise of their freedom, and they would rather avoid that situation altogether. For the Sigma male, their response to gift dynamics is rooted in their desire to live life on their own terms. They don't want to feel beholden to anyone, even when the gesture is meant to show affection. This desire for independence sometimes leads them to withdraw from conventional family practices, such as exchanging gifts during holidays or special occasions. Instead of participating in the traditional gift-giving cycle, the Sigma male might choose to offer something more meaningful in their own way. perhaps through action or support, rather than a material gift that comes with expectations. Understanding this perspective is key for family members if the family can recognize that the Sigma male is not rejecting their love or thoughtfulness, but instead trying to maintain their independence. It can help clear up any misunderstandings. The Sigma male's need to avoid obligations in gift giving is not a reflection of ingratitude, but a deep-seated desire to preserve their autonomy and ensure that any exchange is genuine, not motivated by an unspoken expectation. To wrap things up, we've seen how the Sigma male's desire for independence and authenticity shapes many aspects of their interactions with family. Whether it's rejecting societal expectations, avoiding drama, or guarding their privacy, Sigma males are often misunderstood because they prioritize their personal freedom above all else. This natural tension between the Sigma mindset and family dynamics can lead to frustration, but understanding it can help bridge the gap. It's not about being distant or uncaring. It's about staying true to themselves and their core values. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts or experiences. We'd love to hear from you. And make sure to stay tuned for our next video, where we'll discuss why Sigma males don't fear death, exploring their unique perspective on life and mortality.